You know, this is just one of those days I always dread. You know, we move animals daily in some form or fashion. Well, every other day you move one, then every other day you may move another one, or every 2 days you may move these. Well, sometimes those days cross, and this is that day where everything's got to move, and it happens to be rainy, cold, and bad weather. So well, it's raining again. It is nasty, nasty weather. It's freezing. I'm not in the mood to actually be out here, but it doesn't matter. I gotta get it done. So we moved the cows, if you remember, the girls to that field. I need to move their bigger water because that little water is down there. It's just not really big enough. So we've got to move the water. I'm gonna try to keep you in the rain as much as I can, but I just don't know if my camera's gonna hold up, because it is actually starting to get even heavier rain. So we've got to move this. We're supposed to have a lamb move today, a pretty big sheep move, but depending on this weather, we'll see what we'll do. We're supposed to be moving them back to that stock food. We may just have to give them hay today. We're supposed to be moving pigs too, but with all this weather, I just don't know if we can. All right, water's letting out there. We're gonna go figure out what we're gonna do with the pigs and sheep. Okay, so I helped Aiden get some turkeys. We had not turkeys, chickens back in. Again, I tell you, if you have Freedom Rangers and you have them out in your fields, working your fields, and they're a chicken, kind of a chicken plan for you that's not close to the house, have at it. But if they're close to your house, don't get the Freedom Rangers. They are stress to me. They literally get out of every net we put them in. It's only a few of them. So every time we get one out, guess where they're going? In the fully enclosed hen house, because I'm just tired of dealing with them. I'm up to here with Freedom Rangers. I just don't like them. When we do meat birds again, we usually do 3 or 4 sets a year. I will never do Freedom Rangers again. That was a mistake on my part. I thought I was trying to build a sustainable egg producer, and was really excited about trying out to have a sustainable meat chicken. But I have been so disappointed in these chickens. They hadn't grown any quicker than an egg layer, and all they do is want to get out, and they tear up my raised beds. They go straight to the seed, and I'm just up to here with them. I'm just sick of them. I'm so sick of chickens right now. It's raining really bad, so that's why you're sitting underneath the Ranger. I don't want you people to get wet. So what we're gonna do now though is we're gonna move the pigs back to right here. We're gonna go ahead and put George and Peppa together. The pink pigs by themselves, and then the 2 boys back together. George and Peppa will go back together, so that will give us, hopefully, if she breathes back like she's supposed to, that'll give us kind of spring piglets, March piglets, late March piglets, or either early April piglets. Remember, pig breeds 3 months, 3 weeks, 3 days. That's the easiest way to think about pigs. If she comes in heat, 3 months, 3 weeks, 3 days, you will have piglet. Okay, so here's the plan. Here's what we're gonna do. It's gonna be a little hard, but see where the pink pigs and Peppa is? I think I'm gonna move them here, right beside where they're at, and just let them all come in. And it's no big deal, because I can split Peppa off, or the pink pigs off once I move George over. And then from there, I'm gonna put another net connected to it for the little boys, and then I'll bring George over too. I was hoping to have help to do this, but I don't. So we're gonna see if I can get this done by myself. We'll see. Pigs do well, I'm not complaining, but when we talk about splitting them, that's a different beast. So we're gonna set this net up right here right now, and then see if we can get them out, and then rotate this other net around them, and maybe that will keep them busy until I get it all fully done. So I'm gonna let you stay right here and watch me and see if I can get this done, and laugh at me when I don't get it done. You know, I'd get them out and I got alfalfa instead of the pig feed. Now I've got the right feed. that one's done. Now, I put the charger here, of course, to get sunlight. But also, when we flip it the next time, like we just did, guess what? We won't have to move that. We'll just keep on going down the road. But you see how I did that? I just flipped one side. When you're setting your nets up, always think about your next step. Because like that one now, the other side of it, I'm just gonna rotate again. So it makes it a little bit easier than always taking down nets and putting nets up when you rotate them each and every time. Now this one can be rotated again one more time. So it makes it a little bit easier for you. So on this one, we're gonna rotate this one deeper in the woods here. And see, we'll use the same charger as this one. So this can be in the woods and not be in the sun because it won't matter. And this will be the one that I'm hoping to then maneuver George in by himself, because then we'll put Peppa in there too. So, and then the boys will go on down a little bit further to the next one. Well, instead of bringing Peppa over, they were kind of bullying Peppa. So what I did was, I just decided to put, fix this neck, guys, I'm sorry. Bring the pink pigs over, because they actually were being a little crazy anyway. So they came over with no issue. So I brought them over, put them in this net, and that way we didn't have to worry about it. Okay, so it's a weird shape because we had trees to go around right here, but they're in that net. So everybody's in nets on this side. Now, what the crazy thing is now is I've got to get George in this net, and it's on. So I've got to get him here, turn it off, put him in, and then turn it back on before the pink pigs get back in here, before he gets in there with the pink pigs. So next step. All right, now, so we got to turn his net off and get him out and then turn it back on. George was like wondering, I'm gonna go and build this. He didn't want to come, so I just went on, got the little baby pigs and gonna build it. Okay, it is flooding. You can see I am soaking wet. So cold, wet, nasty day. Sun's starting to come out, but I just got drenched. Let me tell you what happened. I lost the camera because it got started raining. But George, you saw all of them moved really well, except for George. George is now, this will be his third litter, so he's probably 2.5. So he's just getting to that aggressive stage, which is not good for our farm. So we'll probably let him breed her one more time, and then we will probably be dispatching him too, and then making room for a new breeder. But he's just getting to the point where in his age where he's not wanting to move and not want to listen as much and not even go for food, which is unique, but it's just his stubbornness. So some days are better than the others. Some days he'll move easy, but today he just didn't want to move real easy. So in those type of cases, in those situations, I'm just kind of over it. I don't keep animals on our farm for reasons that can be difficult. So the crazies gotta go. Thanks. I don't want him ever growling at me is one thing. I just learned to deal with him. But Aiden had to come help me, and finally he kind of wants to stand up at Aiden, and that ain't gonna work. So he will have to go. So, these girls, as you know, because I knew they were gonna be leaving from here, and since they kind of come on over into this pen, this little paddock area, as you see right there is their door. So it's gonna work out perfect. It actually comes off this hill, so I'm gonna back my trailer up right between these trees and be able to load them pretty easy right there. If you're looking for a great pig, a good feeder pig, Yorkshire Blue Butts are great feeder pigs. I mean, they have been a great pig for us. I mean, they eat well too. We've enjoyed their bacon is actually a little bit more fattier than we're used to, and the kids don't like it as much because of that. But that's, I mean, if you're looking for a good fatty bacon, this is your bacon. So, and their meat's real good. Their pork chops, this has probably been the best pork chops I've ever put in my mouth. They've been really good. I've been real pleased with that. Okay, well, it finally stopped raining. Sun went away, but it's not raining at least. I got the second waterer almost full. I still have not built that third pig waterer. I'm sorry. I'm actually not a procrastinator whatsoever, but I just hadn't got to it. So I'm gonna get the little water bowls for the two boys. They are back together. Again, the pig is doing phenomenal. I cannot complain for sure. So I gotta get their food bowl. Man, it's just been a long day. You ever get those days where you're worn out? The last thing you want to do is be outside in the cold weather, cold rainy weather. That makes it even better. It's been one of those days. So this is hard to do sometimes, especially by yourself, and I try to let Aiden not have to deal with this today because it's raining and it's nasty. But I think it helps me enjoy the fact that I'm a meat eater more. And what I mean, I don't mean that stupid or facetiously. I'm saying when you get to enjoy a piece of pork or some sausage on a biscuit, but you've been able to have to do this in the rain, it makes you thankful for it. And it's just good for you. So I challenge you, even if you own a farm, if you live in suburbia, no big deal. If you get a chance to go to a dairy farm and work one day, or a beef cattle ranch, or a pig farm, or go to some of these places and just intern for a day, I think you'd appreciate your food more. All right, guys, so we are finally finishing up after about 3 hours of moving everything. Normally it doesn't take this long, but when we have the big moves like we had today, such as the lambs and sheep going from all the way back there to all the way over here, that's a big move. And on top of that, just doing it by myself today, and also splitting pigs. Not that it's hard, but George doesn't like difference, and he was in a habit, and that took longer. And then moving the waters, you're moving another 150 foot with water, so it's just one of those days. But hey, it's done. We've got one more little pig fence to take up, and then we're calling it a day, and we're going inside, getting a cup of coffee. First shower, then cup of coffee, and sit by the fire. And I might even let Miss Mac rub my feet tonight. I'm just joking. I'll probably rub her feet. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoy this channel. Today it was a hard day, but I thank you for coming along. Hope you enjoyed the vlog for today. You want to see real life on a farm, it's today. It's just a hard day, rough day, cold day, miserably wet day, but it's got to be done, and that's okay, because ultimately with me taking care of them, they take care of me and our family. So guys, thank you so much for watching. God bless. Happy homesteading, y'all.